Mm, these cashews gave me life. Trying to log in. Let me start screaming. Let me start screaming. Cause I got my headphones on. No, I don't need to be doing all that screaming. Hey, YouTube. Hey, YouTube. Oh my God, I so miss you guys. Oh my God. Yeah. Come on, man. It's vlog me Mondays, but when I tell you, algorithm is going, I don't know about yours, my algorithm is going crazy right now. I'm crazy. Corporate Drive, Nisi Drive. I think they dropped the video. Y'all, come on, hold on. What happened with Trump? They're not gonna let me see it. Well, what happened with Trump? Something happened with Trump. Um, that I do know. What was this? Oh, I was watching this video. Let me start you one. Them cashews on the algorithm, she just be doing so much. Mhm. I'm just ready to jump into it. To be quite honest. Right. Let's just go ahead and jump into this. It's cashews. I'm just curious to know what she doing. Know what I'm saying? What is she doing with these little grapes? What is she about to make? Hi. Hi, Ricardo. What is that? Bienvenidos? Welcome? Isn't that Bienvenidos? Benavides. Oh, sorry. I might be saying it wrong. Okay, what is she doing with these pallets? Okay, stain. One coat on the top. I mean, it's not that bad. Uh-uh. She only did one coat. Oh, these cashews. It's called Sexy Construction. Right. And then look at him. Pallets. Booty shorts. Okay. 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 Paint. Don't check all day. Compost. Gotta be. Ooh, sunflowers. Uh-huh. Mm-mm. Okay. Floating shelves. It's giving floating. Uh-oh. Just bought a few of them. What is that? 11 by 14? Stain. Ooh, LED lights. Mm. With the floating desk. Where's your chair? It's AI. We see it at the bottom. Booty shorts. Cinder blocks. Child, I just bought 4 of them today. Don't get me started. Oh, she done already painted them. What is this? Mm. Okay. Gotta be AI because you know doggone well she ain't picking up 2 at a time. Okay, 2 and 1. Mhm, okay. Mhm. Ma'am, you can't sit there. You can't sit there. Where your legs gonna go? Mm-mm. Right. Here we go, pallet top. Okay. What are we doing? Yellow? Stain. Okay. That's nice. Okay, some more pallets. Well, shall, uh-oh. Mm. Where you at? How the hell she gonna get up there? Technically, it's supposed to be vlog me Mondays. She got that mattress with no. You know that DIY construction will have you fully engulfed. Look. Ooh, ooh, a little light. Mm-hmm. They like that little patio furniture out of them pallets, huh? Let me get back over here to corporate. Corporate drop. Nisi dropped. I think they dropped the video with Charlie Kirk appointing who? I just missed it. Mhm. I just missed it. I thought Breakfast Club was supposed to be on Netflix. They just can't make up their mind. What happened? Did they drop the Charlie Kirk video or what? Oh, maybe it'll come back. No, I'm like, maybe it'll come back. The hell did corporate go? Oh my God. Don't judge my algorithm, okay? This is what it does. 3 days ago. What he went live at with this curtain pulled across fake tampon prank. Oh my God. Crazy Christian dropped the video. I've got to see this one. He just dropped this 4 days ago. Just give me a second, y'all. My algorithm. Let me get me some water. Oh my the fake tampon print is just finna blow me right now. Look, he playing music. Hold on, give him a second. You know his intro do got music. Look. Sorry. Look, yeah. Yeah. I'm late. Right. Okay. 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 Oh my God, not red ones. Where you get that tampon from? Where you get that tampon from? Look. Put some more on there. Uh-oh. You know he act real different when he finna prank. Look at stuff that with the man's gone. New car. Okay. Look what the man's gone. Is this on? He just dropped it 4 days ago. Look, with that man, where is he going with this man? Uh-oh. No. Alright, what? Uh-oh. Like what? Right. Uh-oh. Look, look, and he's smoking. He sat up in the chair. Look how he sat up in the chair. Look. Oop, 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 with the gloves. Oh, he must be sick, sick. Stop cussing. Stop cussing. Or stop cussing. It's only 5 minutes. He's just spinning. You was supposed to drench it. Well, we supposed to have some red paint. Oh, I'm like, bro, it was supposed to be drenched in blood. You got like a little line across it. I'm like, that blood that don't even look like blood. Stop swinging. Look how you put it in the look how you put it in the in the middle console like look. Look. You always doing the most of a prank. Look, you always doing the most of a prank. Don't throw it. Oh, I can't tell him not to litter. That was subtle. You already doing the most of a prank. Okay, I'm glad you finally moved out of what's that? I just don't know what's going on. I'm gonna have to change the algorithm and the title. I knew I should have changed it to what's up with my algorithm. I knew it. Just Kevin dropped Saturday. That is crazy. Let me just go on over here because you know he got 5 minutes of ads and recap. We just gonna call it Vlog Me Mondays. Hey. um, I was, what is that? I don't even know how to say that. Hold on, give me a second. Let me filter the chat so I can see who's talking. Spam in the chat. Let me see. Thought it was some paint. Piece of land or something. Looking like I thought it was some paint. uh, I don't know how to pronounce that or say that. Um, what is this? Okay, glass. Yes. Uh-oh. Green screen. Oh, truce. Okay, he got the little official video for it. Bookshelf. That's the green screen bookshelf, ain't it? Ooh. Mm.
Hi, I'm Monica Marie. And if you're interested in content discussing God, scriptures, faith, and just staying encouraged, stop by my channel and please subscribe to Eternal Being on YouTube. Peace and truth in Jesus Christ. I'm out. on the last episode.
I was trying to figure out last night what was what happened.
Z. Nah, but on last episode of That's Gonna Be Like Part 120, Part 20, I had to embark in a bizarre barter with Big Mouth Bo in order to bring my mom back to me.
Right.
End up getting in touch with Teasy. He was proper, post car accident, had a little head trauma. They wanted to keep him. He was still trying to get up out of the Uber rides never ceased to amaze me.
Never.
Before I could remove myself with another Uber ride, end up getting caught lacking by these dudes I had got into it with on the bus before. They ended up popping eye gate and stealing the car. Big Twan had me to pull up on him, let me know that Javen was actively trying to take me up out this, even attempted to backdoor me using my money.
Right.
Clearly, things had gotten out of hand, so I tried to call him and squash the whole little situation. But he was not going. It was up and it was stuck. I partnered
Stuck
in
and
that
it was
bizarre barter with Big Mouth Bo, allowing her to court me for dinner, sitting there trying to get to know me better, make me smile, provide nourishment for my body. I'm talking about real life kind of Beauty and the Beast me, whisk me off of my feet. After dinner, she said my contractual obligation will be completed if I just help her to bring some heavy mirrors into the house. Simple enough. After struggling to lug those mirrors up about 3 flights of stairs, we finally get it into the crib. She poured me a cup of juice. And of course, it would be some juice that was a little spiked. And I'm not a drinker. I had more than a few cups before I found out. Before I knew it, next morning, I was waking up. Startled to see her the next morning, bed good. My Big Mouth Bo just laid in bed, floating like, ah, ah, brush Josh. And instead of leaving $40 on the dresser for me, she sent contact through to my phone that'll lead me to getting Milan back in my possession. While I'm on the way to the lead, Big Mouth Bo ended up texting me, basically letting me know that one of us was gonna be leaving out for work.
oh, the little girl. Wasn't there like a little girl or something standing outside in the street by herself? And he was like, what should I do?
Sensitive situation.
Right.
In the midst of and unexpectedly, as I'm in traffic and Uber, I see a toddler by themselves outside with no adults around. And that's when I ask for y'all help.
Well,
Well, people of some
y'all have elected for me to go back and help the little girl.
for me to throw it in reverse and see what's going on with that kid. Say less. All right. Hey, hey, could you spin back around on this other block real quick? Uber driver, spin back around, pull up high with a deep sigh. Don't pull off, bro. I'll be right back. Before belling out, walking up to the little girl. Hey, where's your mommy? Before looking around, she just stood there chewing on the collar of her jacket. Cutest thing. I stepped forward, kneel down, and pick the little baby up. Turning around, I see a dude by a car. Hey, on the phone looking up. He, what's good? Hey, this your baby? Confused. He, what you talking about? I mean, I'm saying though, like this baby was just here by themselves, like it. She not yours. He,
Hi, Natalie.
time, something trying to put a baby on me. Got him and pimped off. With nobody else in sight, I had no choice but to take the kid with me.
Are you kidnapping? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Quite
You
the
didn't have no choice. Sir, you kidnapping
situation.
somebody's kid
From over food. My little passenger
with no car seat.
cheap. Uh, hi, what's your name? In the smallest voice, she, hi, Shay. Marjay, that's a pretty name. My name is Bartholomew. Can you say Bartholomew? She, ugly. Ah, okay. We can go with that. Yep, ugly. She, ice cream. Ah, oh, I'm sorry. I don't have any ice cream. She, I'm mad. Okay. We'll see if they got ice cream where we're gonna go to. Lost a headache and found a number.
Right. Cause I'm like, are you kidnapping somebody's kids, Lord? Oh my God.
We eventually pulled up to the address Big Mouth Bo had sent to my phone. I rang bell. A lady come open the door. Yeah, I don't know how to say this, but I wanted to talk to you about your cousin. She first off, who the heck is that? My they just looking up all innocent. I As crazy as it sounds, I don't know. She yelling out. And what the fuck? Excuse my language, baby. And what is my crazy cousin ass she did now? You know what? Come on in. Before motioning me and my to follow her and
You're a little aggressive, honey. Calm down.
when the baby's hand, we pop in. The lady, y'all gotta have a seat just right here. I pick up my sit her down on the edge of the lady section before taking a seat not too far across from her. The lady, hey, pretty baby. My they just sat there with her head cocked to the side, probably wondering why this woman was so loud. Looking
Right.
at me, the lady. So what's up? I don't even know your name. Ah, Bartholomew. She. Bart, what? I'm just call you Bart. And my name's Mayor. Where'd you get my address from? Ah, uh, Big Mouth Bo. Mayor. That Big Mouth before looking at my J. Anyways, what's going on with Ash? I I don't know how to explain this, but she kidnapped my kid. I don't know her. I don't know what she on, but I need to get my kid back. Male. What's the kid name? I Milan. Male. Milan. You know that's her grandbaby? Bewildered I. Her grandbaby. Male. So you must be the one that adopted Milan when my cousin died. Ah, yeah. I'm just trying to get Milan back. Mayor, you got a better chance of a Chicago motherfucker acknowledging the letter I in casual conversation. Not what I wanted to hear. All I could do is drop my head into my hand. Mayor, look, how much money you got on you? Taking it back, an amount, looking around, Mayor. Don't tell cuz, but $500, I drop low. Already had to get romance by a stud. Now I got to up 500 bones. Soon as I got my line back, she was going straight on punishment. I reach in pocket, up roll, field, mail, 20s, 50s, 100s, cash. Boy, going that go yard bag. I take 500, put the rest in my pocket, hand it to her. She, what's your line? I'm gonna text you right now. Pull out her phone. I 312 885 03. Ooh, she sent. And don't forget, it's between just me and you, just me and you, just us two. Don't worry about it. We don't need nobody. Not and not. All right. Before hopping off the couch to grab my J and head toward the door. Mail, bye, little baby. Back door up. Meanwhile, Milan was sitting on the couch at her grandma crib.
The
Big
eyebrows. Yeah,
go
look.
away that didn't involve the police and risk being taken away from me. After spotting a house phone sitting on an end table close by, she came up with the bright idea to try to call a cousin of hers that she knew could help get her out of this situation. Trying to remember her line, she dialed number. Other end of the phone, ringing. A man pick up. He, hello? Milan. Hello? Who's this? He, it's a Tony at the pizza party. Milan. The what? Repeating he, the pizza party. She, wrong number, my bad. He, oh, okay. And hung up before continuing to fold dough. She make an attempt to try to call her cousin again. Digging into her memory, she dialed another number, hoping it was the right one this time. The phone rang on the other end about 4, 5 times. Right before she thought she'd have to hang up, a man picked up. He, hello? Milan, hello? Who is this? Breathing heavily, he, my name is Hector. Milan, is everything okay over there? He, oh, everything is just fine. I'm just dealing with a 500-pound lion who's agitated and hungry and has devoured to bite into the frame of my body with complete ease. Milan, oh wow. Wrong number. You be safe and stay dangerous though.
Right.
As Hector continued to try to keep the beast at bay inside of the lion enclosure, it took a bite off of the stab he was using to fend for himself. After hanging up, he had to figure out how to be safe and stay dangerous for real. The plan to call Cuzzo ain't work out. Line had to figure out another plan. She head towards the window. She figured she'll just make a run for it. Doors had an alarm chime on them, but the windows didn't, so she proceeded to remove screen, set it to the side. As a writing, have you made your final?
That's
Before rotating the crank as it opened outward. Freedom was literally within arm's reach. She went to poke her head out the window, and what she see? All white cane corso, healthy and vibe. Retreat, retreat. She rotate crank, counterclockwise. Let's go ahead and close this up. Motherfucker went for losing. Her grandma was actually in the basement watching TV. She reached for the remote, realized it wasn't there, and peeped that it was on the couch across from her. Calling out, Milan Monroe? Just as Milan finished fully putting the window back in place, she rushed to go see what her granny wanted. Walking up, yes. Granny, is there a problem, man? Milan just stood there with her lip poked out. Granny, excuse me, I asked you a question. Milan, I don't know why you took my braids down. I liked it.
right.
Granny, for your info, Miss Smarty Pants, tension in your hair doesn't promote good hair growth. I never used to let your mama get braids. Milan, well, my hair is actually growing just fine. Maybe things are different from back then. Okay, I see grandma about to get you together. Do you know how to read with that mouth? Milan, yes, ma'am. Granny, read me that letter that's sitting on that table next to that current card that I just got in the mail. That of which was right behind Milan. Grabbing the letter and opening it, Milan read, congratulations on receiving your current card. Granny, keep going. Milan, benefits you can enjoy. Paycheck advances up to $750 once you qualify. Grandma, Milan, fee-free overdrafts up to $200 for new users. Granny nodded in approval. Milan, 2 days faster direct deposit. Granny was impressed. Milan, if friends or family sign up using the code CORP, KORP, they get $75. Granny, well, I guess you do know how to read. Now all you gotta do is put some respect behind your words and you'll be all right.
Eesh.
Stood there. Granny, now put that piece of paper down and come on over here and hand Granny this remote. Obliging, Milan put the piece of paper down, walked over, grabbed remote, handed it to Granny. She, now go and take that chicken out the freezer, put it in the sink so it can thaw. Milan headed upstairs to follow directions. She did not want to be there. Meanwhile, I'm in traffic trying to process the main person Tia didn't want Milan going to. Had her right now. The Uber driver couldn't help but to notice that you picked the little girl up from outside by herself. Stepping outside of my thoughts, yeah, I did. Pete, was it some type of baby mama drama or something? Chuckle, nah, it ain't no baby mama drama or nothing like that. I just happened to see the kid outside by herself, so thought I'd hop out and see what was to it. Come to find out, she was really out there by herself. Oh wow, you're a great guy. Good Samaritan activity for sure. Ah, nah, sure. Real activity. The Uber driver. I'm actually adopted. My real parents left me in an alley. They were cokeheads. Random. Oh, okay. Man, hate to hear. He, yeah, so I kind of had a flashback today, you know? I I could imagine. He should have took that to Dr. Phil. His ass was tweaking. A whole time. I'm finna change the location in the app. I need to go to the police station real fast.
Exactly.
Drop hit. Moment after, whoop, looking in the mirror, see, police station? Looks like the police station came to us. They just got behind me, of course, on our bumper too. Of course, Uber driver pull over on the side street, sitting there nervous as hell. Cop jump up to the driver's side window. You know what we stopped you for? Uber driver. I'm sorry, officer. I don't know why you're pulling me over. The cop take a look in the back seat before pulling his phone out. Majay was just sitting there, calm as hell, quiet. not even knowing what's going on right now. Probably don't even care for real. Looking up from his phone, the officer radio. The golden egg has been discovered. Sitting there. Hey,
Bingo.
so you out here abducting kids.
I'm talking about, man, I just called it as soon as I'm like, man, come on, bro. Like, you just picked up a random kid off the side of the road. Like, oh, man.
No, I found this kid. I no. The officer, hey man, grab the kid. His partner reaching the car, grab up my J. I'm telling you, I found the kid. I was trying to see if there was anybody around that the kid belonged to. Nobody was around. I was actually gonna bring the kid to the police station. Want to break into cybersecurity?
Can't make this stuff up.
First officer, get the out the car. His partner come back, post up. I just oblige before they mess around and up. Pop my first officer, step around on my side of the cop, hand me up. Rest about damn, I ain't even do nothing. Stepping up his partner. You are under arrest. Anything you say can and will be held against you in the court of law.
Brenda.
Oh, what? I did not take that kid. I was trying to bring it to y'all. The first officer, they gonna pick you up once you get to the county. What they say, no good deed go unpunished. Man, while Teasy slide on his little 50 on, what he say? Did you miss me or you ain't I'm just playing. She,
Don't sing it.
you can go. He died. Hospital, concussion, conflict over emotion. That's how you feel? She, stop lying. You just be saying anything. He, on my daughter.
Oh,
I just ripped hospital bed off. Probably still smell like penicillin. I'm fresh out. Shorty, step up, step both sides.
yeah,
And
yeah,
she,
yeah.
yeah, you do smell like a motherfucking infirmary. See, I told you. I was in a coma. You was the first one God thought about when I came to. Ladder sheet for real teasy. I realized when I was floating around in that dark abyss how much you really mean to me and how much hurt I caused and how much happiness I should be causing. All the times when I did you wrong, but you was really there for me when you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about on jail beds and it was home. When I had you brought that to me. I'm really wild as hell for playing, but I really was thinking when I woke up that I really need to lock in with you. She tease, you always know what to say. Nah, you make it easy though. But I ain't gonna lie. I need a favor. She
Of
anything
course.
shit. You know that little accident.
Your
I
car.
kind of capsized my vessel.
Oh,
So I was wondering
right. Your car.
if I could use your track real quick. She, of course, baby, up key out of purse.
Oh,
With a thankful sigh of relief. You know what's crazy about this? You drive me wild. That shoe over there though? Yeah, that's my cabo. Hey, but when I come back, you should definitely let me park that little mother. Smiling, whatever tease. Smiling back at her. He run off into the distance toward her whip. She was so smitten, she didn't even realize she just got manipulated for her automobile. Teasy fell in the whip, but shortly after, he ended up getting a text message from his baby mama. Hey, I hope you ain't forget it's your day to get the kids from the babysitter. Bro was too blue, but he had to go tend to his responsibilities, so he headed toward the babysitter. Before he walked in to grab his little ones, he tried to call me. No answer, of course. So he decided just to send a voice memo. Hey, bro, my baby mom wanted me to pick the kids up from the babysitter. Soon as I drop them off, I'm gonna hit you and see where you at. He sent message and then ring doorbell to babysitter crib. She opened the door. He walk in, closed door behind him. She Lake and Trania? T shit. I'm saying like when you gonna watch out for me? T Xavier's please not come. See what I'm saying? I'm trying to show you the world, but your eyes closed. Right after his son and his daughter come down the steps, his son had his head down, teasy. Lake, what's wrong with you? Turning a babysitter. He was being bad, wasn't he? Nah, he actually ain't gave me no problems, but he been acting down since he got here. Walking up, tease Trinity. What's wrong with your brother? She. Something happened. Mom ain't tell you. Tease, nah. I'm gonna need you to debrief me. She. Lake was jumping on the counter at home. Mama's boyfriend took him off the counter, but he grabbed him hard when he took him on. Tease, he did. What? Oh, still okay? Lake. Oh, I'm really hurt. Teasy. Mm-hmm. Okay. I bet. So pulling his phone out and dialing his baby mama. Answering, she, you are my babies? He, nah, you got me up. You put his hands on my son? She, what are you talking about? Tease, my kids told me that Lake was jumping on the counter and dude snatched him down by his arm. She, calm down. I, I can handle everything that's going on in my house. He, from the looks, it looked like you need a little bit of assistance. As she rolled her eyes, her boyfriend walked up. He, who the fuck's that? Tease, that's gonna come beat. Who the fuck is dude? She, I'm talking to my baby daddy. He walked off. She, Teasy, I got this, and hung up.
I mean,
This nigga just put his hands on my son.
stop saying the N word.
That's my son too. What y'all think I should do? Let my baby mama handle it? Let her do all that with her boyfriend? Or should I intervene? Y'all let me know. I'm waiting on y'all. Oh, hey.
And on the next episode of Black Chicago, be like part 120, part 22. We'll see what's up. Oh, folks. You just be all off script, Lord. It's teasing. I hate a cola. Just give me a second, please. I think I went. Which one? I'm trying to figure out what I do. Which one? I'm just, what do she got on with them? Okay. Pink shrimp Alfredo. No. Oh, okay. We got the movie and stuff. Let me tap in and get myself a thumbs up. Let me get myself a thumbs up. Like, let me give myself a thumbs up. Um, we might as well go with Niecy to see what's going right because she just ain't moved yet. What she got that bike clipped on to? She could have just clipped it onto her necklace and called it a day. I don't know why she got to hold it up there like that.
It's been months since Charlie Kirk's life was taken at UVU, and the story continues to keep audiences captivated, not
Right.
only because of the tragedy many of us witnessed, but also because so many details raise more questions than answer. Months later, many of us are still noticing details that seem to paint the picture that the narrative.
Gotta get a charger. Let me get a charger. I'm supposed to have done this. It's better late than never. Laptop at 77. Phone at 37. You together now, please. I got it. I got it. I got it.
You're being told by law enforcement may not be the whole story. As I was looking back over the case, I once again stumbled upon a detail that I think needs to be addressed. Many people online believe that Charlie was betrayed by those closest to him, and what I noticed may support that theory.
Oh,
Hello, everyone. If you're a new viewer, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. If this is your second, third, or fourth time watching one of my videos, and you're not yet subscribed, we already go together. Okay, make it official and hit that subscribe button. In today's video, I have four separate things that I want to address, all pertaining to the Charlie Kirk case. Daniel Morrell, the owner of Hardscape Utah, came forward and gave his side of the story in a podcast. For those of you who don't remember, Hardscape Utah is the company which
right.
shooting, and what Daniel had to say was pretty interesting. The Daily Mail came forward and said that they saw a tape where Charlie Kirk appoints Erica to be his successor, and I found an old clip from an event that Charlie Kirk did that, in my opinion, disproves the idea that he would have said what the Daily Mail and the people at TPUSA are claiming that Charlie Kirk said. I also want to address some things that don't sit well with me from September 9th, the day before the campus event. And lastly, I want to address what I mentioned in the intro. There is a huge detail that has been looking all over our faces this whole time, but I haven't seen it be widely discussed. There are still people who are calling all of us crazy for even questioning that there was a larger conspiracy behind what happened to Charlie Kirk. Their details further supports the theory that this was a well orchestrated hit, not simply a cross eyed furry kid with imperfect eyesight, but perfect aim. But before I get into all of that, I do first want to tell you about the sponsor of today's video, the Wellness Company. What if a sore throat and fever overnight didn't mean missing work or wasting hours at urgent care? With the medical emergency kit from the Wellness Company, just match your symptoms to the doctor recommended guidebook and start treatment immediately. It's a mini urgent care at your fingertips. Inside are 8 core medications, including ivermectin, a generic Z-Pak, amoxicillin, and more, covering over 30 common conditions when a doctor isn't available. No waiting rooms, no pharmacy lines. And don't worry about expiration dates. A U.S. military study found 90% of medications remained effective for up to 15 years beyond their listed expiration. It's perfect for home and summer travel. Toss it in your carry-on and stay prepared wherever you go. Ordering is simple. Complete a short medical form at checkout A licensed doctor fills your prescriptions and your kit arrives in about a week. Head to twc.health/Nissy and use code Nissy to save $30 plus free shipping. That's twc.health/Nissy, code Nissy. US residents only. So, getting into today's video, some of you guys may have seen this video that I did where I pointed out the anomalies at UVU the day of Charlie's event, specifically regarding the camera behind Charlie. And when I was researching for that video, I went back and I watched old videos from the American Comeback Tour. And as I was going back and forth in my notes and trying to cross reference the different campus events, I had to write down like what was written on Charlie's shirt at each event because I kept losing track. All of the shirts that he was wearing were black. And if he wasn't wearing a black shirt, he was wearing a black TPUSA sweater or jacket. And I noticed it at the time that he was always wearing black, but I didn't realize the significance of it. However, Cassia from the Daily Fredo YouTube channel, you guys should check her out if you haven't already.
Watched one before.
The significance of it. Charlie wore black majority of the time at these campuses.
The mic?
Or dark blue or dark gray, but he consistently wore dark colors. However, the day Charlie was killed,
White.
he was wearing white, a color in which you would surely see any stains that fell upon it. And that anomaly, in and of itself, is significant. What are the odds that the one day he shows up to a campus event wearing white, he gets shot? Based on his past wardrobe, I would say that the odds were very low. And so I asked myself, who put that shirt on Charlie? Who gave him that shirt to wear? I don't know who gave it to him, but it appears as though it was a very deliberate choice. And I'll explain why I believe that. On the American Comeback Tour, Charlie not only consistently wore black, but he consistently wore TPUSA merch, which makes sense because by wearing his own merch, he can advertise it and he can boost sales. For example, when Charlie Kirk attended Florida State University on February 28, 2025, he wore a black shirt from his own merch line which said anti-DEI pro-marriage. And when he was wearing this shirt, it was already available for sale on the Charlie Kirk merch store. On April 15th, 2025, Charlie Kirk's American Comeback Tour went to Boise State University and he wore his Never Surrender shirt. The shirt is available in white, gray, and black. He wore the black version, and the day he wore it, the shirt was available for sale on the Charlie Kirk website. On April 17th, 2025, the comeback tour went to Washington State University, and Charlie was wearing his Live Free shirt. This shirt is available in black, white, and gray. Charlie wore the black version, and the day he was wearing the shirt, it was available for sale on the Charlie Kirk website. On May 6th, 2025, Charlie and Riley Gaines were at San Francisco State University, and Riley Gaines was wearing an XX equals woman shirt, which was available for sale on the TPUSA merch site. The American Lives Matter shirt, same deal. The shirt was available for sale when Charlie Kirk wore it at the campus event. Not an illegal shirt. Once again, it was available for sale on the website at the time that Charlie Kirk wore it at the University of California, Riverside. Fast forward to UVU, and Charlie was wearing the infamous white shirt which said freedom on it. There was no visible TPUSA branding on the shirt that he was wearing, although the version that they sell now has it. And that shirt was not available for sale the day of the UVU event. It wasn't until Charlie was martyred in that shirt that it became available for sale, which makes you wonder if that was the plan the whole time. I'm just speculating. Maybe it's a coincidence that he wore a shirt that wasn't available on the merch site the day that he was wearing it, although that was typically a marketing strategy. Maybe it's a coincidence that it happened like that. Maybe it's a coincidence that Charlie predominantly wore black or other dark colors, but that day he wore white, a color where you would surely see any bloodstains. Maybe, just maybe, it's a coincidence. But also, I don't believe it. Makes sense. And of course, despite supposedly grieving while also having two young children to raise, Erica was appointed the CEO of Turning Point USA. And we have all been told that while at a retreat in Aspen back in August of 2025, Charlie Kirk was asked what would happen to TPUSA if he died. And according to the Daily Mail, this was his response, quote, some of America's great founder-led organizations, he observed, had collapsed after their original leader left. His goal at Turning Point USA, he explained, was to make it vision led. A lot of our job is not always in the day to day details, it's very much vision casting, very much driving success. He said, we have a great board, and God forbid if something happens, they'll figure it out. I appoint my wife to run Turning Point USA. If something happens to me, Erica would do a great job. So they painted the picture that Charlie Kirk didn't see TPUSA as founder led, that him being the face of the organization was not the current structure, and because it was vision led, the board and Erica could easily take the mantle. That's the implication. Well, did you guys know that the day that Charlie Kirk died, he did an interview? Right before he went to UVU, actually, he did an interview about entrepreneurship. And he was specifically asked about a founder being the face of an organization. And on September 10th, this is what he said. And so when you're trying to build a brand, one of the hardest things for an entrepreneur, and we have not done this successfully yet, is separating the brand from the founder. It's very, very hard. I'm not convinced you have to do that. That I think that far too often the experts in the corporate world want to try to separate, and I actually don't think that should happen. So, where in that answer did he say that TPUSA was vision led? Where in that answer did he express confidence that he, as the founder and the face of TPUSA, could easily be replaced? One of the hardest things for an entrepreneur, and we have not done this successfully yet, is separating the brand from the founder. It's very, very hard. Editor Nisi here. So I actually filmed this video a couple days ago. And as I was editing the video, I saw that the Daily Mail came out with an article where they have finally released the footage. Kinda. Take a look. Being a Christian makes me a very different woman. Be the woman that your future husband deserves. Be the woman that God wants you to be. You're around people that are pouring into you, that are loving on you, that are a conducive environment for you to be the person that you need to be. This world.
I hear music in the background. I don't have time for that. Okay, so for the secular, the most important, relationship in your life is the one that you have. Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, his passion was my passion, and now his mission is my mission.
I can't believe
So they didn't,
a lot of people.
they just kind of merged, like,
So instead of just releasing
right,
this, they
right, 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 right. Voiceover, yeah.
say if something happens to me. Erica would do a great job. And is it just me, or does the audio not fully match up with the lip movements? People USA if something happens. I want my wife to run Turning Point USA if something happens. The video is very grainy. It's full of jump cuts. It doesn't really squash the suspicions that we have because why not just play the full video? Why not even play the clip from the part where the person asks a question? I actually recorded this video long before this article came out, and I'm just now editing it the same day that the article is being released. And I think everything that I had to say still stands. I still don't believe them. This footage doesn't prove. Anyways, back to the video. They are continuing to try and convince us that this was what Charlie Kirk wanted, that in the events that he died, he wanted Erica to take over the company. And they're trying very aggressively to convince us of this fact because we are all just turned off by Erica. We're all just turned off by the fact that her immediate reaction was to just take Charlie's place, not go spend time grieving the loss of her husband, not spend time with their kids, but to just step up as the CEO with no hesitation. Back in September, when Frank Turek did that interview with Megyn Kelly, he said that at the time he didn't know Erica very well, but that when Erica got to the hospital, she spoke to the surgeons, she got to see Charlie's body, and she went over to Frank and she was comforting him. Erica was comforting Frank, not the other way around. And while she was comforting Frank Turek, she told him that she will continue Charlie's legacy. How did she do it? How is she that strong a person? Did you do that before this? I didn't know it. I mean, in my life, I've spent very little time with Eric. I mean, Charlie introduced me a few times, hello, hello, that kind of thing. We were at that hospital for probably 6 or 7 hours after the murder. I would say Erica got there maybe 3 hours after the murder, something like that. And of course, she had to have a long talk with the surgeons, and then she had to go see Charlie. And when he was done with Charlie, and we were about to head out, we were
we're changing cities essentially. And of course, Mikey arranged it all. She came out into the hallway, and I was just standing there. I was standing in scrubs. Well,
Not changing cities. Don't do that, Frank. Don't do that. We was changing cities.
you can imagine why I couldn't wear my clothes. And she saw me and came up to me and she said, "He loved you. He was doing what he loved to do when he died." And we just hugged him. And then,
She's comforting you.
yeah.
Look at Megan.
And then
Look
she said,
at Megan.
"That's making sure that his legacy continued." And
In the moment, she was
in
cognizant of
the
that.
moment, she had just seen Charlie dead. She comes downstairs. It's basically, let's go.
So she rushes to the hospital because her husband has been killed. She sees his body. She signs the death certificate. She does all the next step, talks to the doctors. And her immediate reaction was to go to Frank Turret and give a pep talk about the future of TPUSA.
She comes downstairs. It's basically, let's go.
It's heartless. I don't think we are crazy for not accepting all of these things are just coincidence. I don't believe in coincidence. This is not new information, but I just want to remind you guys of a coincidence that we were all told to accept. The night before Charlie was killed, we know that in his WhatsApp group chat, there was a Zoom meeting that was set up. Rabbi Wilicky was in the group chat and on the Zoom call, and according to Wikipedia, Wilicky was born in the US, spent his childhood in Canada, and as an adult, he moved to Israel, where he currently lives with his family. Rabbi Wilicky is a Zionist, and he is the executive director of Israel 365, an organization that's core mission is to advocate for Israel. They also arrange educational trips for people to go to Israel. He says he was a friend of Charlie, but he gives the impression of being more of a handler.
But we talked through how to talk about why is Israel actually an American interest? Why is it in America's interest to support Israel? And I don't think he was convinced by some of the arguments that I was making. I was just sort of sharing different approaches to it, but not just approaches that I think or that Israelis think or that the Israeli government thinks, but more like working with Charlie to formulate a position that he'd be comfortable with, believed in the open marketplace of ideas, which is why he annoyed people like you and me by platforming Tucker Carlson and whoever else, because for Charlie, the idea that you're supposed to silence any opinion was anathema. But that came from a place of truth seeking. Do I think you went too far with it? Well, yes, we often, for all of us, our best traits we often had to a fault. His struggles politically, meaning if that wasn't there anchoring him with a positive orientation towards Israel, he probably would have been, I shouldn't say probably, he undoubtedly would have been much further along into the anti-Israel camp, with whom he shared a lot of opinions, and that's where he annoyed people in the Jewish community over the last few months with some of the criticisms he had for Israel.
Josh Hammer was also in the group chat and on the Zoom call. He's a political commentator. He's a Jewish Zionist, and he kind of looks like the fat version of Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro's eyebrows would cooperate with his face. Kevin Freeman was also supposed to be on the Zoom call, but for some reason he didn't attend.
You and I were supposed to be talking on a Zoom call. Actually, the day that he was shot, I was supposed to have been on a Zoom call with Charlie the night before.
Andrew Colbert was also said to be in the Zoom meeting and the group chat, as well as some other people. But we were told that the Zoom meeting happened because they were just coaching Charlie on how to address criticisms of Israel. Charlie simply needed help with his talking points, and so they were giving him guidance. According to Candace, that day, Charlie had been texting people saying, "They are going to kill me." A few hours after that, a Zoom call was arranged with a bunch of pro Israel figures, and they want us to believe that the Zoom call was a love fest where they were just helping Charlie prepare for his event the next day, his event at UVU. Although Rabbi Wolicky contradicted this when he said that the meeting was combative.
What I was quoted as saying in the New York Post article, which is totally accurate. When that reporter asked me what the mood of the meeting was, and I said it was combative. Meaning I wasn't saying that as a kind of like, again, like a eulogy or praise. I was basically saying that was you know, he was really grappling with these issues.
And immediately after the Zoom call, Josh Hammer managed to find a tweet from Trump that was over 12 years old about public executions, and he then retweeted it, calling it based. And the day Charlie was killed, once again, he tweeted public execution. And in the group chat from the day before the UVU events, Josh Hammer says, say hi to your Antifa friends. And we know that in the days after Charlie Kirk was killed, they were trying to link his death to Antifa. And they want us to believe that all of that is a coincidence.
I don't believe in coincidence.
As many of you know, the crime scene was paved over very quickly after the killing of Charlie Kirk, and the company that did it was a company called Hardscape Utah. The man who owns the company is a man named Daniel Morel, and recently Daniel Morel did a podcast where he discussed what happened when he was contacted to do the job. Take a look.
I'm at home with my family, and I get a call, and I don't answer my phones on Sunday. They left a message, and the gentleman said, "Hey, this is kind of weird," and he was kind of hemming and hawing on the phone.
This was 5 days later. That you said it was on the
Sunday.
Sunday. Okay.
Yeah, on Sunday, and he says, "We've got a paper emergency." Like the hell?
When the hell's a
what the
paper
hell?
emergency?
Exactly, right? I'm thinking this guy's what the hell? I wasn't going to even respond because I don't typically do that. But I'm like, paper emergency. You know, part of my MO is I like to be useful. So I texted the guy. I said, look, I don't work on Sundays. My guys don't work on Sundays. I'm happy to call you on Monday. What's a paper emergency? So he sends me pictures of right where Charlie was murdered. He says, we need to put papers in this place. So I called him, and the guy seemed like a genuine good dude. He says, you know, look, we don't have a whole lot of answers. We're told by, you know, people above us that we've got to put papers in, you know, today and tomorrow. It needs to be in by Monday. And we've never done papers. We never installed them. And we want to make sure we do it right. He says, would you come help? I said, 100%. Put together this ragtag team, you know, guys that we showed up on that Sunday, you know, within an hour and a half of when they called us. There wasn't a whole lot of information. There was two guys that were kind of in charge.
So by this point, it's all dug up and everything.
Everything.
What did it look like?
It was. I've got pictures.
Ooh.
I could give you pictures.
Ooh.
Exactly. I showed up. I took pictures of.
Ooh.
They had taken out about 10 inches of the dirt around the whole place. One of the guys was in charge of a state-owned facility in American Fork. And the other guy was in the maintenance groundskeeper on a facility in Provo. And these are the two guys I'm corresponding with. You know, the second guy that I hadn't talked to on the phone basically said, hey, look, we're not talking to anybody. We're not saying anything to the media. He says this is above our pay grade. The FBI and the state, the governor and the FBI. That's what they told me. The governor and the FBI said they want this done by Monday and we need to get it done. We're not asking questions. We're not talking to the media. And so I said, okay, a few people had kind of accused me of being a part of the cover up. And I thought, so I started watching the videos. I started getting on Facebook and I'm like, well, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I
You was is damn exactly like exactly. Mister, I don't work on Sundays.
Do you believe that he was an unknowing, useful idiot of sorts? Or do you believe that there is more to the story? Let me know your thoughts below. If you like,
Tell him to send the pictures over there. Let us see the pictures. Mister, I took pictures as soon as I got there.
I will have 2 more videos for you in the end cards. I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.
I'm just saying. I wouldn't say knowingly, but unknowingly, yeah, hey, that happens too. Um, I was trying to figure out what happened. Was that Chris on point? Hold on, let me see. Because I think Chris said that. Let me see what he was talking about, y'all. Told y'all this algorithm is just. Oh. I mean, as soon as I had tapped in.
this is breaking right now because
Right.
Erica released her HBR conference, All Women's Conference, where she spoke, but she had an intro, you know how her intros go. And in that intro, she revealed Charlie Kirk's alleged video where he appointed her as CEO.
It was my passion, and now his mission is my mission.
I want my wife to run Turning Point USA if something happens. Erica would do a great job.
If this is not theatrical, I don't know what is. She has her whole WWE style performance, her entrance. She's coming.
It's almost like she wanna be a WWE fighter, if you ask me. I don't know. Mm. Um, I wanna see how Trump stormed out of this interview, but I know that it's a news clip, so yeah, but do too much with that. Just saying. Anyway, um, we're just all over the place. It's really what's up. I'm telling you, I'm gonna have to change the thumbnail and I'm gonna have to change the title. I thought it was Vlog Me Mondays, but clearly I'm on What's Up with my algorithm because it is all over the place. I mean, we got True Crime Sunday coming in over here. That listen, that was my 2 days off. Last remember about the washing machine breaking and throwing my hole, and then I had to come in on Friday when I'm usually off on Fridays, and then I had Saturday off, and then yesterday, Madison and Madeline, they want to play dolls. They want to have movie time. Like they're just, oh, play dolls with them, which I don't have a problem with. It's just more so of finding that window. Usually, that nap time window, I try to nap time, and whew. But anyway, let's.
Excuse me?
He's
Hello.
under the.
In the early morning hours of October 15th, 2023, Youngstown police responded to a call about a domestic fight. Two sisters arguing. What they found when they arrived at the scene, however, was far more serious.
Yes. You gotta go down here.
It was clear that what had occurred was no accident. Investigators would find out much later that the buildup to this tragic death was also far more complicated than it initially appeared. Hi there, I'm Kevin, and welcome to Just Thought Lounge. Today's case begins with a bizarre and tragic scene. As the full context of the night's events is revealed, it only gets worse. Let's take a look. The crime rate in Youngstown, Ohio, is higher than the national average.
Murders in the city of Youngstown in less than 1 hour.
There is a chance becoming a victim of violent crime in Youngstown, though the homicide rate has recently been in decline. Generally, the cost of living is low, and the commute to both Cleveland and Pittsburgh is only an hour, which has its benefits. A few months ago, I moved across the country to a new home. Amongst the chaos of organizing the move, one of the more frustrating parts was realizing how much of life depends on systems you've quietly built over time, especially healthcare. Finding a new doctor can feel difficult. Availability is inconsistent, information is vague, and the process can feel overwhelming. There is already so much to do when you're setting up a new home. There are never enough hours in the day. My to-do list just keeps getting longer. Amongst these growing priorities, arranging healthcare must come first. So finding an easy solution to locate a new doctor was a huge and necessary relief. That is why I'm grateful for the sponsor of today's video, ZocDoc. ZocDoc lets you search and compare local in-network doctors, see actual appointment openings, and click to instantly book a visit. Appointments can happen fast, usually within 24 to 72 hours, and you can even score same-day appointments. It's the perfect tool for those unfortunate moments when you need to prioritize your health quickly. In the case of a home move, ZocDoc can help you not only find a doctor in your new area, but find the one that is best for you. In my case, I was looking for a practice that I could easily travel to, and one with a great reputation for their patient care. ZocDoc's website had tons of reviews from real patients and detailed doctor profiles to help you choose the right one. And ZocDoc is free to use. There is no need to add stress to already complicated moments in your life. Save yourself the hassle. I know it may seem small, but just clicking the link in the description is a huge step towards prioritizing your health. Visit ZocDoc.com/JustThoughtLounge to make that appointment now. And thank you to ZocDoc for sponsoring this video and for finding a better way forward for our health. It was just past 5 a.m. on October 15th, 2023, when the Youngstown PD received a call about an argument that had spilled out onto the street. Officer Gibson approached the area in his cruiser and spotted a white Ford Fusion stopped on the front yard of a home on Shenley Avenue. There was a woman lingering near the vehicle.
Oh, what's going on here?
Drama. My ex-boyfriend helped me find the car. Now he's outside the car.
Where is he at?
Under the car.
Excuse me?
Under the car.
Move.
Mm.
Go over to my cruiser.
Mm.
209. Go ahead. I need the fire department here now. 209 South Shenley. I got a male under a car. Copy. Jump right ahead over there. Car. Get in. Oh, Bob, I'll turn over here that way. Sir, can you hear me? Sir.
Underneath the car was a 30-year-old male. He was not responding.
Sir, can you hear me?
Officers arriving on scene were unable to remove the man safely from his position underneath the vehicle.
I don't even think, with the four of us, I don't even think we can lift this. He's not answering me at all. We have to jack that off him.
The fire department, EMTs, and additional officers arrived on scene. Emergency responders managed to lift the car and pulled the man from beneath. Life-saving measures were attempted, but the efforts came too late. The man succumbed to his injuries and was declared dead at the scene.
Oh yeah, he's not alive. Somebody run him over? Yep. Pretty good idea.
The deceased was soon identified as 30-year-old Nathaniel Watson. Nate had been in a relationship with his girlfriend, Shanae Jacobs, for over 7 years. By all accounts, the two made a wonderful couple and were very much in love. Over the years, they had integrated into each other's families, growing close with mothers and siblings. Their social media was full of photos of the two spending time with Shanae's sister, Draylin, alongside her long-term partner, Daniel Ortello. Indeed, Nate and Daniel were best friends. Shanae considered her sister's partner like a brother. The couples shared everything. They celebrated life's milestones, birthdays, weddings, births. They even vacationed together. More recently, Shanae and Nate had decided to end their romantic relationship. They had both experienced loss and were struggling to work through challenges as a couple. That night, however, the two had been out together as they had been so many times before, hitting the bars and clubs in Youngstown. By 5:30 a.m., Shanae Jacobs sat in the back of a police cruiser. As emergency responders worked to free Nate from the vehicle, Shanae's sister, Draylin, came upon the scene. Her home was just a few doors down.
Ma'am,
Ooh, ma'am.
Yeah, come down. You gotta go back here now.
You ran him over.
Come down here.
This is my car. That is my
I
sister.
understand.
Okay.
Go down, go down.
Car, okay.
you gotta go down here. You gotta go down here.
Oh my God.
You gotta go down here.
Good, we can see that. Somebody is under the car.
Okay, you gotta go down here.
Draylin was shocked and inconsolable. Their family, as she knew it, had changed forever.
My mom is the police. Verlin, can Verlin call you back a couple minutes? I honestly don't know what's going on. I'm trying to talk to Verlin so we can figure that out. Alright, she'll call you back a couple minutes, okay?
Responders on scene attempted to make sense of the night's events. Draylin explained that her sister and Nate had been at her house earlier. The two got into an argument, which had escalated quickly.
Alright, so she and Nathaniel came here together? They had your car?
Yeah.
Okay. And she came to fight about what?
She got mad. Cause he came in here being loud, talking. We got into an argument.
Okay. How does she attack you?
She started fighting me. She threw something at me and she got mad because I told her to just go home.
Are you injured in any way?
My face is beautiful. My face is scratched. Look,
Okay, where's that at?
her hair.
Shanae sat in the back of the police cruiser. She was watching on, but was unaware of developments since responders arrived. She did not know that Nate had been declared dead.
What's your name, dear?
Shanae Jacobs.
Shanae?
Yeah.
Okay.
He told me that he can't, like, is he dead?
I don't know what's going. What happened with this?
Okay.
Sit over here out of your way.
So, we were dropping my sister's car off after a night going out. And my sister got into an argument. That's it. So I started to get in the car and leave. My ex-boyfriend jumped in front of the car.
Mhm.
And literally made me run him over just so I wouldn't leave. So I stopped. I'm the one who called the police.
Stop at that point. Thank you. You have your phone?
Yeah.
Where's your phone? Where's your phone?
I'm sorry.
You have your phone?
He was in the car.
He was like, shut the hell up. You're done.
Sister of the house, the lights on. She and her boyfriend used to see us. See the house. To fight. So gone. There was a fall of a fight yard. I pull up. She's outside the car. Okay, what's going on? You know, what's the car? She's under the car. Look, she's under the car. Shove her, please, and that's it. Oh, and she made a comment in the car. He jumped in front of the car. Stop it, please. So she.
Yeah, basically. Basically. Right. Basically. Don't lie, because remember she said he in front of the car. And then she was like, "Well, he under it, really." I'm like, in front and under is 2 different things, honey. That's 2 different prepositions.
Nate and Shanae's day began with cooking and friends. The couple then made plans for a night out. They were intending to toast an old friend. Shanae and Nate had started their night with good intentions. They were marking an occasion, the 10-year anniversary of the murder of one of Shanae's closest childhood friends. It had been around 5:20 a.m. in 2013 when 22-year-old Tiara Denise Urban was discovered on the ground on Carriage Horse Lane in Youngstown, unconscious and unresponsive. Tiara and Shanae had grown up together. They had been best friends since grade school. Arriving officers pronounced her dead at the scene. It was determined she had been shot at least 2 times. Her murderer was never found. And what could only be described as a twisted and tragic coincidence, Shanae's boyfriend, Nate, would also be found by Youngstown police officers, murdered 10 years later, almost to the day. Of course, this time, police had an obvious suspect. The exact circumstances remained undetermined. The couple started their night at Dreams Bar and Grill in Youngstown before moving on to King's Court for more food and drinks. They concluded at an after-hours nightclub for music and dancing. Shanae's car had recently been lent to a friend and significantly damaged. That night, she borrowed her sister's white Ford Focus. Home security footage at Draylen's house caught Shanae and Nathaniel returning to drop off the car sometime around 5 a.m.
You been drinking?
Shanae used her house key to enter.
You been drinking?
Nate was captured stepping out onto the porch. When Nate is captured stepping out again, he is on the phone. One of the children in the house, instructed by his mother, had dialed 911. An argument could be heard emanating from within, female voices angry and at times shrill. Nate could be heard attempting to intervene to calm the situation. Frustrated by his ex-girlfriend's behavior and unable to resolve the situation, Nate left the house to walk home. The argument, which had turned physical with her sister, was over. Shanae followed Nate from the house moments later.
Ooh, she been drinking. Ooh, she's so drunk.
Nathaniel and Shanae showed them both leaving Draylen's house to walk home. It seems that Shanae decided instead to take the car. It was unclear what words were exchanged between Shanae and Nate after they left the house.
Right.
What the security videos did make clear was that the initial incident and animosity had nothing at all to do with Nathaniel. His role was that of the peacemaker. He wanted the sisters to calm down for the sake of the children in the house, if nothing else. Ultimately, he decided to leave the situation and walk home. The question remained, was he then struck by the car accidentally, or had Shanae's anger become directed towards him?
I don't know. Answer. Look at her ass.
With detectives
Look.
station.
No lawyer? For murder? Your ass crazy. Yeah, is he dead? Ooh.
Before we have a couple things together,
Uh-oh.
voluntarily, right?
Yeah.
But we gotta make sure you understand you don't have to talk to them, right? Just like on TV, we're gonna read your rights.
Version of events once more, now having acquired surveillance footage from the house,
Right.
as well as the statements made by her sister. Detectives intended to scrutinize Shanae's statements thoroughly.
Clearly. Fire department. What?
Okay.
Right.
She's not okay.
But what's that mean?
So what we wanna know is what happened. We wanna hear your side of the story. That's what we're asking. It's up to you if you wanna do that.
I would love to tell my side of the story, but
Well, that's what we're here to do, but that's your option. So.
of course I didn't talk about it, but I want you all to be the same way with me. You know, because nobody.
Okay, so go on. You know, I'm gonna be straight up with you, and you'll be straight up with us. The thing of it, like he passed away.
Look at her face. Look at her face. Uh-huh. Look at her face. I'm like, honey, he didn't make it. Like, what in the world? What in the world? Like, girl, girl, what in the world? Girl. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what to say because I'm like, honey, he didn't make it. And it's like you can't even cry or mourn because of the simple fact that, like, look, you was so out of there. You could hear how she was talking. She was so drunk, so pissy, sloppy drunk. Like, look, girl. That's why she keep asking him, did he make it? Did it? Girl, you know he didn't make it. Look how hard you hit him with that car. You ain't just tap him and broke a leg. You ain't just tap, you ran him over. Girl, we had to call the fire department to get him from under the car. It took them forever to get his 5 o'clock in the morning. The shifts was changing, honey. We had got caught in between shifts. You know they work 12-hour shifts, them firefighters. We caught them 5:20 in the morning, switching shifts, and they had to change clothes and ooh, all across town. My God. And you drinking. All on the grass and stuff. You probably backed up and man, look. See what I mean? Right. She can't even cry. That's what I'm saying. Look. Yeah. Yes, bitch, girl, you girl, it's crazy. Yes, honey. Yeah, look. And then now it's starting to settle in. Don't you just love them interrogation videos? Child, look, now it's starting to settle in like, oh Lord, that's murder. Ma'am, that's murder, honey. Vehicular homicide, the whole shebang, involuntarily, I don't know. Look, yes, exactly.
No.
Mhm,
Like what?
exactly. Look how he put the blanket up. Go ahead and cover back up, honey. Now, do you want to talk to us or do you need a lawyer? Lawyer!
Shanae
Lawyer.
took some time with the information. The realization appeared to sink in slowly.
Look,
Detectives pushed her to respond to their queries. Shanae pushed back. When she did begin to
lawyer.
explain, she offered the same speculation as she had earlier. Nate must have jumped in front of the car.
Must have. How he jumped in front of the car if you driving behind him? Ooh, ooh.
What happened? Okay, so my sister.
She can't even answer whether or not it was an accident. She should have just said lawyer. This is crazy. They asked her one simple question, was it an accident? That's a yes or no question. She's like, well, hold on, wait, because like, let me tell you what happened. We already know that. We got the camera footage.
About me returning her car, blah this, blah blah blah. She had to go do her client at 10 in the morning. Blah, blah. We got to an altercation. We got into, kind of like a fist fight, blah this, blah blah.
We saw all the scratches on the face.
He's the only attorney out there breaking it up by this kid.
Blase skip.
You know,
Why you following behind him?
what? I'm not, dealing with this, blah this, blah blah.
Right.
So I'm like, okay. After he's done talking to my nephews, I'm like, their auntie's about to go home, blah this, blah blah blah.
She's trying to make this Blase skip thing a thing.
So I'm in the car, I'm driving, and he jumps in front of the car.
He jumped in front of it?
Yes. Jumped in front. Maybe trying to stop me. Maybe trying to stop me, like from me. Not the first time he's ever did anything like that. Like, and I'm like, wait, just trying to stop swerving, and like after that, like honestly, before I know it, all I know is I'm hearing about pulling up on. I got out the car, walk back up to my sister. I think the police.
I couldn't tell you what's going on outside right now. I really couldn't. Like, as much as I want to be nosy and go see, because it's super loud at 12:49 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's just, it could be fireworks. 'Cause they was popping fireworks last night. Threw me off because I'm like, what are we celebrating? Anyway, let me get this straight. Just because the interrogation videos, child, they done stewed, they done sobered up, and all that justification to come back. But first of all, you saying that he jumped in front of the car, right? And then you said you hit a bump, you feel a bump. Don't call this no speed bump if you allege that he jumped in front of the car. Please don't say bump, honey. Just you feel him, you ran over him, and then you walk back to your damn sister house. You just leave him up under the car and you just walk back to your sister house. You know what? I can't deal with that alcohol. I just it's something about that alcohol that I just look.
Put that wrong. Like,
How you did you walk back or did you call your sister? Because she got her hand up on the phone, like she talking on the phone with her sister. But then she said she walked back to the house. And then her sister said to call the police.
and like, I'm trying to reverse. I'm stuck. I'm like, I know he's not under this car. Like, I know he.
Oh, I can't. She is making my brain hurt so bad right now. Like she's literally making my brain hurt so bad. Cause I used to talk about you can't reverse. I know he not under the car. You off the road on not even on the sidewalk. You didn't pass the sidewalk. You are in grass. You are in dirt. You are in topsoil. Like, what are you talking about? Like she's so. Ooh.
I can't. You can't tell me that he's really just under this car.
But you just said that he jumped in front of.
Unfortunately, Nate was under the car. A security camera from a neighboring home
Oh no.
recorded the headlights of the Ford Focus, as well as the audio of the impact
Ooh.
and what followed. The headlights of the vehicle can be seen first driving straight along Shenley Avenue before veering to the right. The sound of the impact was paired with indistinguishable yelling. After, the camera recorded the sound of tires spinning as Shanae attempted to move forward or to reverse, but was unable to do so.
Polar Nate. He was just trying to walk home and be done with this. Right.
continue driving.
Ooh,
Didn't.
ooh.
Heard a lot. I think I said this earlier as well. I tried to, reverse. And I said, wait, this car not going nowhere. Like it's stuck. This car not going nowhere. And the car,
You said to yourself when you were still in the car, what did you say to yourself?
did I hear like, I said, I know you're not under this car. Like, that's what I said earlier. Like,
What is it? That right there. Bingo. Uh-huh.
oh, hold on, like
How long did you try and get off? Like blocking it or?
it was like maybe twice after
Trying to move?
they tried to move the car, yeah. And I'm calling my sister, like, call the police.
Okay, so she said she called the police, but then she said she walked back to the house. How the fuck you call? How you pick up the phone and call her to tell her to call the police?
Like,
He said,
and I stood there. I stood there and waited. As soon as the police came up, get in the car, and that's what I did from jump. Like,
Though responders would find Shanae waiting by the vehicle, it seems that she had not simply been waiting there, as she stated to detectives. Less than a minute following the noise of the crash,
yeah.
Shanae is shown walking at a steady pace
Ooh.
away from the scene,
Ooh.
leaving Nate on the lawn.
Well, she did say that. She said that. She's saying a lot and it's all over the place. But she said that she walked back to the sister house and told her to call the police. And then remember, then she was like, "Well, but when she said that she had walked back and told her sister to call the police, remember she had her hand up on the phone, like she had her hand up to her face like she was talking on the phone. So I'm like, you just said you walked back, but you got your hand up like you talking on the phone with her. I'm like, did you walk back and tell her to call the police, or did you walked back and you told her that you ran her over, the car stuck down the street. She got an appointment in a few hours, so she gonna miss this appointment because you done messed up her car, but then you was acting like you on the phone with her, and you telling her to call the police. Like you ain't got no phone. Girl, ooh, I don't have time for her.
Shanae did not call 911, though she insisted that she instructed her sister to do so. Also returned to the scene before the first responding officer arrived.
And then look how she ain't even in no panic or nothing. Look how she just tried to turn around like she irritated.
Shanae did
Look.
not deny driving the car,
Right.
and she did not make any attempt to alter the scene
Right.
before anyone arrived.
Right.
That being said, she also did not attempt to render aid.
Is that's what I'm trying to like, girl, you could have got the jack out the back and jacked it up. I'm like the police could have did that. That's what I was trying to figure out. Like, why the police ain't never mind.
Detectives were not buying the story that Nate jumped in front of the car for a few reasons. First, it made little sense that he would be motivated to do so.
After he just left the house to avoid all the drama that you was doing at somebody else's house. Girl, you supposed to have just came and dropped the keys off and y'all was supposed to have got y'all an Uber or something. I'm trying to figure out why you using your key, you coming in the house, waking people up, all this drama, you been drinking, doing the most.
Second, the car was located on a front lawn, not the road.
Is it?
There was no sign that Nate had been hit on the road and then subsequently dragged to the position where officers later find him. There were tire tracks,
Mm-hmm.
but no other trail from the street to the lawn. The most likely conclusion from the physical evidence at the scene was that Nate
Was
walking
trying,
on the
is that, and you hit him from behind?
street also offered a glimpse into the sequence of events. When slowed down to view the direction of the car's headlights, the footage clearly displays the focus making a sharp turn away from the roadway and towards the right, where it would come to a stop. The sound of the impact occurs immediately after the car is directed off the street, not before.
all I know is you just jump in front of the car and whoa, boom.
Was that in the street or off the roadway?
It was like it was kind of like in the median. Like you got your street, you got the sidewalk.
Yeah.
With the grass on the side of it.
Okay. So he was on the sidewalk here, and then he jumps in front of the car.
Yeah. And I'm like, wait, I'm swerving. I'm like, wait, trying to stop. Like, the car hit something.
She know it don't make sense. Look at her face. She know it. Cause look what he said. He said, is he walking in the road or he walking on the sidewalk, but then he jumped in front of the car. But then the car ended up in the ground. She know it don't make sense. Look at her face. Look at her face. Ooh,
Front yard or something stuff.
ooh.
The car, like I said, I kind of swerved. Yeah, kind of swerved. Like, you know what I mean? Oh my knowledge, like I seen, I'm like, wait, like, trying to stop me. And I'm like,
Mm.
just swerving, like,
You know, because he's on the sidewalk when he's hit. So that probably was helping him be a little more truthful.
Ooh.
That your intention wasn't for this to happen. But
yeah, I'm
we're upset about it. You heard this, right? You heard the video, video after video, you know, you had it in, right? Because he's leaving on, he's walking away.
yeah. I mean, the video is like literally reflecting after me and my sister getting into an altercation. You know what I mean? So I can't necessarily say it's me mad at him. Like it's just me who's mad.
Yeah, you didn't yell at him. You told him a bit and told him to just walk home.
Shanae spoke with detectives for roughly an hour. She repeatedly denied having any intention to harm Nate, stating only that she had been angry in general. Most of this anger was directed towards her sister.
You're a little upset. Maybe, like I said, you don't intentionally, maybe you're just trying to scare them, but somehow your vehicle goes
From the street to the sidewalk into the grass. Right. Fatally. Ooh.
But we need to be honest.
Ooh.
I'm being honest.
Well, first he ran out the street, but we know that didn't happen.
No, I didn't say that. I never said he ran out in the street.
He's driving, and he jumps in front of the car. He jumps in front of the car. Jumps in front of the car. Maybe I misunderstood. Okay.
Yeah, I said that. I feel like he tried to stop me because that's what I saw. Like I saw something go like this. Maybe the camera didn't catch that, but whatever you have on recording didn't catch that. And I'm like this. I'm like, whoa. You know what I mean?
The street, and then so you must see him. You must see him over here because he's up on the sidewalk, right? So he's over here on the sidewalk. He waves his hand, right? Trying to stop you. But then when you swerve and go up on the sidewalk.
Mm.
But that wasn't.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The interview came to an end after Shanae accused the detective of being rude and insensitive. In the midst of her complaints towards the detective for behaviors that she deemed disrespectful, he stood and walked out of the room.
Like,
I think it wasn't
you're being like real.
rude.
The sarcasm is crazy. Like insane. Like it's honestly disrespectful for real because
You lying to our face is disrespectful. You lying to our face is what's disrespectful. That's where after a while, the sarcasm but how you peeping sarcasm and you ain't peeping lies? That's what I don't understand. That is what's pissing me off. How are you peeping sarcasm, but you ain't peeped all these lies that you just keep looping, looping, looping? Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
nothing's hard.
Get a lawyer.
And I'm literally trying, like trying to do.
No, no. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, 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 out of here. He's done. He's done. Wrap it up.
In custody following the interview on charges related to the physical incident with her sister.
Ooh.
Murder charges would follow. Draylyn sat down with detectives to formally give her statement a few days later. She had time to process the events of the night and gain some perspective. At first, Draylyn found fault in her own actions, blaming her argument with Shanae for instigating what followed with Nate. Then, she told detectives that the two had always had issues with alcohol. She speculated that had family members stepped in to force them into treatment, this tragedy could have been avoided.
I'm sorry, did we not just say something about that alcohol? Did we not just say that? Did we not just peep that? We peeped that when she was on the when she was trying to get the key on in the door, in the knob, and I was like, "Oh, she been drinking. Oh, she can't hold on to the door. She leaning. Oh, we just said that about that alcohol."
I feel like because it wasn't no, even when they first got there, it wasn't arguing, it wasn't fighting. Like I feel like I triggered, for them to fight because if me and her would have never fought, they wouldn't start fighting and arguing.
Making a racket.
Right, but you can't put it on you, because they came to your house, so you're just trying to sleep.
Called that too. I'm like, "Ma'am, you should have left the keys under the mat. You didn't have to come in the house with all that."
Like, this man been in our life for over 10 years. That's my brother. You know what I mean? And that's my sister.
Right.
That's my brother. It's gonna be all is that every holiday, Christmas, birthday, everything. And specifically me as the little sister, y'all need to start drinking because every time they drink, it's happening. Every time they drink, this happens.
She gonna have a long time to sober up.
Every time they drink, this happens. Literally every time.
The worst case scenario.
This is the worst case scenario.
Turbulent, violent.
Yeah.
This is worst case scenario. This is
But
We should have been stepped in and do something to stop it.
You can't put this on yourselves.
We're not putting it on ourselves, but at the same time, we've been taught it's
Right.
happening.
Right.
If it's not him, it's her. If it's not her, it's him. It's both of them when they drink.
Draylin explained that the couple had struggled with alcohol abuse issues for years. The problems worsened, however, more recently, following the deaths of a few individuals with whom they were very close.
Here.
In 2020, Draylin's partner Daniel, along with his brother Diamond, were killed at a nightclub shooting on Logan Avenue in Youngstown. One other person was also killed and two injured in the incident. Shanae posted on social media that she had been helping Daniel to make arrangements to propose to her sister. She had already considered him to be her brother.
oh my goodness, her fiance.
Roughly 1 week after Daniel's death, Shanae lost a second childhood friend. Eviana Rutland died February 29th, 2020, in a car crash caused by a drunk driver. At the time, Shanae told the local news that of all her close friends, Eviana had been the one to always lift her up. Ironically, she concluded, "We have to stop drinking and driving. We have to." In the wake of so much loss, Draylin said that Shanae never received counseling and began drinking more heavily. October 15th, the 10th anniversary of Tiara's murder,
Ooh,
was another trigger. Yet she
mm-mm.
and Nate decided to honor the date with a night out.
based on what we have. It appears to be an unintentional act. I'm not saying that they should be convicted of it, but it's pretty bad. I'm not saying that I don't. It appears that it's an intentional act based on the way the car went up into the yard where he struck it. I don't know. I'm not saying that they should be convicted of, but yeah. It doesn't look good, right?
Like, that's what's so bad because he was trying to break me and her drinking opportunity. You know what I mean? Like, he was trying to break it. He was trying to keep nature.
Despite statements made by Draylin at the scene stating that she believed her sister was intoxicated, there was never a field sobriety test or blood alcohol test delivered.
Bingo.
Charges were filed for murder, asserting it was an intentional act, though lacked premeditation. This assessment was due primarily to the home surveillance camera, showing the headlights of the vehicle swerving to strike Nate on the sidewalk. Had a sobriety test been conducted,
Right.
it seemed likely Shanae would have been charged with vehicular manslaughter.
Ooh.
Shanae Jacobs did not go to trial. She pleaded guilty to a reduced charge of voluntary manslaughter in July 2024.
25.
Did in fact steer the car towards the sidewalk, though she was not in her right mind. While in the Mahoning County Jail awaiting her court dates, Shanae voluntarily enrolled and completed anger management and substance abuse recovery programs. She had no prior criminal history and showed genuine remorse for her actions.
Good.
I love giving you more than words can express.
Exactly. Exactly.
Eternal pain from his.
Parents.
In her victim
Ooh.
impact statement given to the court, Nathaniel's mother, Sherry, forgave Shanae and said that she was relying on her faith to get through.
Mm.
Though prosecutors requested a 16-year term, the judge handed down a sentence of 6 to 9 years in prison, citing
Okay.
the investigation for the failure of Youngstown police to conduct a sobriety test, as well as the forgiveness offered to Shanae by Nathaniel's family.
Oh, okay, great. 6 to 9. Now look, I said 25. Oh, well, hey, listen. I've seen worse.
At the time of publication, Shanae Jacobs is serving her prison sentence at the Northeast Reintegration Center in Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay.
From there, she is active online.
Oh,
Shanae has profiles on female prison pen pals and pen pals for prisoners and jailbirds. Shanae writes that she is on the road to redemption, and when she is released, she is looking for a new man.
don't end it like that, Kevin. Don't do that. She looking for a new man. Don't do that, Kevin. Be nice. I mean, what can I say? Oof, that was a tough one, Lord. I love them rolling credits. I just love them rolling credits, Lord. Oh my god. And then, cause you ain't gotta like have that extra clip at the end, and you could just roll it with your outro and stuff like that. And then I love that doggone with them rolling credits. But 69, that's not bad. That's not bad. Hey, hey, it could have been worse. But look, you see how he was that definitely was his fault, to be quite honest, because you see how the police officer kind of came up, get over here, get in front of my car, get in the car. You know what I mean? Like he was just totally all in his feelings. And so that was clearly his fault, with not conducting that that sobriety test. I mean, even when Draylon was like, they had went out there, drink, they was drinking and stuff like that. It just never clicked. It just never clicked. It just never clicked. Bummer. Shall we go with Mike? Oh my God, look at the baby. Is he playing music or is this just Oh, look, pick me up and hold me. Look how he looking. To my head, I can pick up. Look, pick me up, big girl. Look, he's so silly. Oh, don't fall.
Well, thank you.
Not he's so silly. The meet and greets hit different, don't they? What was Lil Fizz doing? I remember we seen Lil Fizz, I'm just in my DIY era. You have to excuse me. I'm in my DIY era, man. Yeah, look. I got a patio that I am I'm ready. Mhm. 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 Are we pouring concrete? Uh, okay. 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 Let me see. Sand. Sand. We got some sand. Okay. Levelers. Okay, we got pavers, but I don't know what kind of paver these is. 2,000 pound concrete pavers. Okay. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, ooh. Yeah, these are like the new ones. These are the okay, mulch. Okay, and then seal them together. Some little sealer. Okay. Oh, what do we have to pick up? What are we putting in here? A pit? Because you know that's the thing. It's a concrete. What is this? Oh, he working in the dead tonight. Oh, uh-oh. No. Try again. Oh, this is what I was coming for right here. Okay, did they buy this one? This one look bought. This one look okay. Oh, and you just snap them in place. Oh, I love it. Uh-huh. Oh, oh, they put them on top of oh, that was cute. Okay, so they wanted it a little higher. I guess because they thought, oh, well, we want a patio, whatever you call this. It's not an awning, it's a canopy. I believe it's a canopy. I'm trying to get like my terminologies and stuff like that together. Um, but that was nice. And then I think because they already had one, they already had like a patio over there. I would have to pick up all those rocks and find something to do with those rocks to extend my patio. I'm in that era. Don't mind me. It's just part of it. It's let me see. I'm in it now. Stop. Let me see. What is Uncle John doing? Cause you know he be working. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What a day. Okay, so he got the. It looked like he got. I see some cinnamons, but it looked like he got that deck sitting on some pavers. That's what it looked like. And then, oh, child, why is that dryer hose outside like that? Oh, it's the trailer. You know them trailers hit different, honey. Oh,
Built in this porch, and I just wasn't satisfied with it.
okay.
Like,
Yeah, I didn't like it either. Okay.
cities, but after doing all that work, I decided that it would be better for me to remove everything that I didn't like and replace it with something that I actually felt looked good.
Okay.
First time doing this for is a guy named Josh.
Them stairs do look a little better because I was like, ooh, they don't fit with that deck. That staple gun, Lord, gives me life. Oh, I like how it's closed at the bottom. And then I like how he just put some little pavers. Little quick DIY. You can tell it's DIY for sure. But and then I like how it gives it some room. Like a little room, a little room. Did he close this? 'Cause this don't look closed. What's going on right here? Oh, 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 that's the space. But okay, okay, oh, okay, okay. It's a little raised. I wonder why he didn't bring it all the way down and let it meet the.
So by the summertime, that he planned on getting out of that wheelchair and he was gonna be running. So I figured why waste the time billing around if he looked forward to a future where he didn't need it.
Stairs is. I would have still got a ramp. He ain't got. Well, no, no. I'm gonna say he ain't got to them ramps yet. I don't think I done seen John make a ramp yet. He always building stuff. I be here for it. I ain't even gonna lie. What is this Atlanta money glitch? Uh-uh. Investigating the couple that started the money glitch. What are we doing?
This past Monday doing this outdoor sofa set,
Uh,
free on Marketplace.
Marketplace, Facebook. Oh, pre-cut. 60. Oh, and it feels screw. Sure, sure. 2 by. Oh, 10 inch. 3 inch.
Back support,
Ooh.
trying to create the frame for the sitting area. And by using 2 72-inch pieces of 2x4 along with 2 22.5-inch pieces. I then applied a piece of 2x2 to the
Right, right. Okay.
2.5-inch screws, and I just made sure that the shit. I spent about 3 hours this past Monday.
You stay doing that. Edit your short for 3 minutes. I'm finna get out of here. So we know we're gonna be back tomorrow. We gonna be back tomorrow. What's that Omi with the Omi and the Hellcat? Look at Marco over here trying to get skin surgery. It's his face. Oh,
I know it's not.
you got to.
Is that bad? It's just irritating, like about they in here. Let me see how they look when they come out. Let me see that.
I thought he just got his hair. Can you sit still? What is he doing?
You got this. Okay, that's not bad.
Can you sit still?
It's like sex, bro. Sex on focus, nigga. You down there? It's just me. It's just
Doing too much.
I mean, y'all need. It's right there. I can just feel.
Can you?
Do all this stuff. There's one over there. There's one over there. Oh, okay. This. Okay, okay. Yeah, all I gotta keep on playing stuff.
Subscribe. Who got subscribe spelled wrong? Never mind. I know I can't talk because mine was spelled wrong for sure. This was 2 weeks ago. Okay. Look at him in that bag.
See, this is comfortable. It's comfortable as naked.
I like that bag.
On Facebook, and then of course, I would really know everything about Facebook.
Okay, glasses. Oh,
Yeah, sure.
hi, I'm watching from Kenya.
The chat reader actor.
Okay. So Marco's got face surgery. We'll see how that goes. We'll be back tomorrow. Of course. It's technically it's tonight, but you know what I mean. Like hard to get it terminology right and stuff like that when you come in and it hit after 12. Um after 1. It's Monday, you know. The algorithm does what it does on Mondays. I be here for it to be quite honest. Um just because it's Monday. But just do my best this week. That's all I can do. Is just do my best. No intentions, just I'm gonna do my best. and see where that leads me. Um, without any expectations and stuff. I know.
Free. Show y'all exactly.
It-
So first off, I want
Oh, oh. He put them in buckets of cement. Interesting. I like that. Buckets of cement. I like that. And then he just put like a little box over it. I like that.
say that I only spent around $300 to build this pergola, and I didn't really do any cuts. I bought the 2x4s, and I basically just put them and applied some screws. As y'all see, I did build this pergola 100% by myself. This job could have been a whole lot easier if I
That is quite easy when you think about it, because he just set them on top of them. And then he put some spaces in between them and just screwed them. But it don't look like he look like he got
know. Y'all know this Uncle John, and I'm
right
gonna get it done no matter what.
for sure.
You got plans, make sure you turn those plans and ideas into action.
Oh,
They not worth nothing, they just sitting in your head.
so what you doing with those up there?
With the idea for this pergola, I could
Pergola.
yeah, I was feeling it. And y'all, that's how I was able to retire so early. If you're watching me work this hard for free,
Right.
just imagine how hard Uncle John worked when he getting paid to do it. Stop chasing a dream and start living it, because it's not about the destination, it's all about the journey. So if you're not enjoying what you do, so I feel
It's gracious. He just not going.
pergola for one of my neighbors.
It's a pergola. Excuse me. Would have just learned a new word. A pergola. That's what we do. We just learned a new word, a pergola. Oh, so that's what it's called, a pergola, huh? Nice. I like it.
Alex wants to spice up.
I'm obsessed. What are you doing?
Alex wants to spice up the living room as if the clutter isn't enough.
Right.
Wood and tuck it to the wall here and here to take away my tranquility. I mean, to make this house a home.
Oh,
I'm just JK. I like my plain Jane, but I'm too artistic for that. Step one, clear out the clutter.
right.
Cute. Think of color, man.
Mm.
Gentle discipline. What the heck is my gentle discipline? I like the side with the imperfection, but these markings. So I'm gonna sand them all off.
Who's that? DeWalt. Stanley. Why you ain't do that outside?
Put them on like that, but my ultra instinct says to keep it staggered. I don't really know what to do, so I'm gonna cut out some of these cool imperfections and go from there.
Why you ain't do all that
This is
outside?
me ultimately
I'm like, why you ain't do all that outside? It's DeWalt.
doing too much go in there. No,
You right. Put some tarp down or something.
Uncle PSI to use this nail gun on. So I put 50, hoping that works. I have no idea what I'm doing and I'm a little bit scared.
It's as simple as that. Oh, it's as simple as that. Okay. Adjust. Oh, especially with that nail gun. See, I just called it out.
About that.
Just put it somewhere else.
Oh no.
Close. Come on, little booty. Oh, why you ain't stain that wood before you put it up there? Oh,
Come on with it. And barely don't fit.
that's okay. Oh, look. Oh, you should have got a stool. You ain't got no step ladder. Oh my God. He is. Oh my god. Oh. Uh, you got it? Where is your step ladder?
Gonna be here far before I get this done. I'm gonna put back together this side and see what she fixed. I got some cleaning to do and she's gonna be here in like 20 minutes. Which side is better? If it's dusty in here, I think the dogs are shaking about pokey and Alex wants to
Hmm. It wasn't that bad. It's just it's okay. I think the other side will probably will be a lot easier. Once you do something, then see, it was a lot easier. I'm pretty sure we see it. We saw it. It's right there. Um, that's what I have you up all night, try scrolling through them DIYs and all that. Let me finna get up out of here. Um, because everybody, you know, child trying to get summertime fine. Is that I don't know what she was using. What is that she using? Like she got some quilt or something. Uh huh. Uh huh. Okay, she got some pavers. I see them. Um. Okay, and she looked like she just. Oh, she got the plastic ones. Okay. In the meantime, in between time. Okay. Love you. Bye. Mwah.